Hi everybody, how are you? Thank you so much for tuning in to KylieTV today. Today's video is going to be my top 5 face brushes. So recently I did a video about my top 5 eyeshadow brushes, and now here is the follow-up to that, my top 5 face brushes. So if you haven't seen that one, go ahead and check it out as well. So I'm going to jump right in, try and keep this video as short as possible. And I will start with a foundation brush that I like quite a bit. There are some people who don't like it, and that is fair. That's okay. So I'm going to start with this guy right here. And this one, it looks like a paintbrush. It is flat. It is rounded. These are synthetic fibers, which means that they work really well with cream and liquid products, which is very nice when you're putting on foundation. You want it to blend nicely. So this is a great brush to use for that. You don't have to have this brush right here. You can have any other brush like that. So there's this one, which is from Kryolan. MAC has one, and also e.l.f. also has one for $1. So you don't have to buy the really expensive one. I have quite a few of the cheapies in my kit as well. So make sure that you do what's right for your wallet. You know what I mean? Don't spend a lot of money. It's not necessary. Okay, my next brush is this guy right here. What you're going to notice about this one is it has 2 types of hair. It has both the natural, which is the black, and the synthetic, which is the white. So since some are short and some are long, what's going to happen is as you're going over your face, all of the hairs are going to hit into each of the little crevices, and it's going to blend your whatever product really well. I use this for eyeshadow. I know some people who use this for blush. So whatever, I said eyeshadow. I use this for my foundation. What a nerd. I use this for foundation, and sometimes what I will do is I'll put my foundation on with this, and then I'll come back with this and just buff out any lines that I see. It's very nice for giving you sort of an airbrush look without having to have the airbrush machine. It's very nice for that. You don't have to have this specific brush right here. This is a MAC 130, I think. Yeah, it looks like a 130. It is a duo fiber brush, like I said. It's good for a couple different uses. The biggest thing is that it blends your products really, really well. So this is one. I know that e.l.f. has come out with one. Sonia Kashuk has one. There's a lot of different brands. Like I said, don't spend the money if you can't afford it. There is no reason for that. Okay, next, my favorite powder brush. This guy right here. The reason that I like this brush so much is because it is large. The bristles are long, it's fluffy, and it also has sort of a tulip shape at the top. So I can actually get into some of those very small areas and blend really well, even though this brush is so humongous. So then I can use it on my whole entire face instead of switching between 2 brushes. I can pat my powder on. I can come up under my eye. I can come around my nostril and come down here. There's a lot of different uses for this brush as well. I have also seen people use this for blush, so that's an option for you as well. The big thing here is going to be that it's fluffy, okay? That it can spread out and move around. That's what you want it to do. You want it to push the product all over your face. So this is what I love for powder. The number has worn off. This is a MAC brush. It looks like it's a 138. There are other brushes out there for you. You don't have to have this brush. Like I said, do what's right for your wallet, please. I'll never forget the time I told my mom I wanted this makeup brush for Christmas, and she said, "How much is it?" Thinking I was crazy. I only wanted a makeup brush, but it was 37 bucks. And she said, "What do you need that for?" And I said, "Oh, if I take care of it, I'll have it forever." Sure enough, I still have that same makeup brush today. So if you can afford it, great, it's a good investment. If not, don't worry, because your $1 brushes, assuming that you take care of them, can be just as good and can last you just as long. Okay, moving on, because I talk a lot. I have 2 more brushes to show you. This one right here, this also is a MAC brush. Again, you don't have to have this brush. You can get any brush that fits the same shape and size for your face, okay? So this is a 109 brush. The reason that I like this is it is kind of flat on the top, but also is rounded too. So I can use this in a variety of ways. The thing that I mostly use this for is contouring. So I can get the product and I can come right up in here into my hollows of my cheek, the hollows here at my temples. I can come down my nose. I can come right here, and because it has that roundedness, that is so not a word. Because it is slightly rounded, even though it is flat, it will actually get into all the little curves of my face so that it looks like a natural look rather than, you know, some kind of harsh lines, because that's obviously not the business. So this is a great brush to have. The thing you're going to want to know is it is dense. It can pick up quite a bit of product because it is dense. There's a lot of brush bristles in this short, tiny little space. The bristles are also not very long, so that they can get more definition. Okay, so here is the brush that I like to use for contouring. And my last brush is one that I like to use for blush. Okay, you might be surprised by this one because it is not your super fluffy brush. Okay, some people do use this and that is totally fine. This is not what I prefer. Okay, what I prefer is this guy right here. Notice the size difference. Okay, this guy is much smaller, skinnier. He's flat right here, and just skinny, very small. The bristles are very long though, and it is a rounded shape. So what this brush is great for is getting the product on, and you can kind of stipple on the product and give sort of a natural look, like you're blushing from within rather than putting it on top. So I'll kind of just go like this and let the product gradually build up so that I can have a lighter amount here maybe and more concentration of color here. So this is my favorite blush brush. This one is from Kryolan. You do not have to have this brush. As always, do what's right for your wallet, not mine. What you want to look for is that it is kind of fluffy without being super dense. You don't need a lot of bristles, you just need long bristles. So you can do that sort of stippling motion. If you're one of those people who kind of likes to go like this, you can do this with it also. There's a lot of variety of uses for all of these brushes. Really, what you have to do is kind of use them and figure out what they're best for you. So those are my top 5 face brushes. Got them here for you. If you would like to know more information about any of them, please let me know down below. If you've enjoyed this video, please comment, rate, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this with everybody else. Maybe they're looking for a new face brush. Maybe they're not sure what to do with that brush that so-and-so got them for their birthday or Christmas or whatever. So go ahead and share the video if you wouldn't mind also. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I will be back with you guys very, very soon for another episode of KylieTV. Bye!